little peacheroonies, and welcome back to a new video. Welcome to a trip down memory lane, which is what we're going to be doing in today's episode. Not because this is the same plot as the summer home, which is my in the suburb household. Nope. I have chosen this plot because I am going to attempt today to build something very near and dear to my heart. It is the house that I grew up in. I'm going to try and build my childhood home. I've actually built this home in The Sims several times, but in like Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3. I've never tried to build it in Sims 4, but it used to be my go-to house when I used to make my real life family in Sims, and that is how I used to play the game. Go from like a child to like a teenager and like play myself and imagine what my future life could be. Of course, I was only a child when I was doing that. I never would have guessed that I would have been a pink hair video making Last of Us screaming weirdo that I am now. However, you know, this was a different time. I thought I was going to be a doctor or a vet or a barrister, and yeah, things did not work out that way. But the House of Dreams still exists to this day. I drive past it every now and again. My family actually live in Harrogate now. I've mentioned that in videos before, but I grew up in Leeds. So Leeds, instantly as soon as I say that, I go from, oh, I didn't grow up in Harrogate. I grew up in Leeds. So today I'm going to be building my like Leeds childhood home. I can't even do my old accent anymore, but I used to have a very broad Leeds accent. But this is going to be the house that I grew up in. So hopefully you guys are going to be kind of entertained and interested to find out what my little house sheen looked like, particularly if you're not from the UK. It might be kind of interesting because it's a very, very English home, very much the look of so many houses in the UK, and you're gonna just get to see a little bit of my life, a little bit. I'll probably chat a little bit about my early life with you guys as well. So my little childhood home, lots of good memories here. I actually still dream I'm in this house every now and again. I used to a lot when we first moved. However, when I got a little bit older, I stopped dreaming there so much, and if I dream there now, it's wrong. Like the house is wrong. My brain is remembering it wrong. I actually asked my brother about that, and he also dreams here, but his brain in his dreams remembers it wrong as well. So just kind of an interesting little factoid. I'm building that house here, but I essentially lived in what was a huge housing estate. In the UK, a housing estate is kind of like the term for a place where a bunch of houses were built at the same time as each other. There was actually a school. If this was my house, I had my neighbors here, and then Matthew and Rebecca used to live across the road there. I used to play with all the time. They had a really cool garden, and they had 2 cats and a dog and 2 guinea pigs and a bunny and a hamster and 2 ponds. So obviously I loved their house. And then there were more houses like here, and then there's a road here. Opposite that road here was actually my primary school. So to get to school, literally I could have just jumped over the neighbor's garden, but I was always way too polite to do that. So I would just walk all the way around and then go straight to school. It was literally 60 seconds, if that. I was so close to my primary school. This is actually where my garage is. I might need to mess with the sizes a little bit, but I'm just throwing down shapes. I always think I'm like dancing when I do that, but I'm just throwing down shapes and seeing what we come up with. My house, like, it changed quite a few times while we were like kids. New furniture, there was an extension put on as well, but it's always gonna have like a very special place in my heart as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like just put stuff in and try and work out the best way to do stuffs. Because I actually think already, mind you, we had a cupboard under the stairs, like Harry Potter. And whilst my housing estate was very big, it was actually built where there was a previous super old house called the Grange. And then that house got knocked down, the huge house got knocked down, and they built all of the houses where I grew up in, and they all had like a street named the Grange something. I don't want to say too much because I still have family members that live there. What was really cool is, so where my back garden was here, the back garden there was my grandma Madge's back garden. So we literally used to go to the fence and be like, Nanny, Nanny, and she used to come and give us like a lollipop or something. So that was really, really cool. There was a lot of dolls in close succession here. And also I had my cousins that I spent, actually my cousin Jenny, who I used to play The Sims with. We used to sit together and play The Sims together. She lived like 2 streets down from me, so 1 street after grandma. And then I had like, so much of my family lived in this one like housing estate all together. So it was really nice, and we spent like, we got to see like my cousins and stuff all the time. Okay, so you came upstairs into like a little hallway. Ooh, it's actually like harder to remember than I thought it was gonna be. My room was above the garage, which absolutely sucked because it meant it was really cold all the time. So I hated that. And I'm actually thinking of this garage is too big. As soon as I've done that, I've realized it was always so hard to get like the sizing right on this house. But there, let's shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And then that was my room above the garage. And then this was the room that we had there. Although that that feels too big as well. Ooh, this is tough. This is really hard. My mum will be checking this video and she'll be able to tell me if I've got stuff right or wrong, I guess. And then bathroom, Dane's room, and then my mum and dad's room. Okay, that feels right. I think this is the rough look of my house. The house wasn't rough. The house was nice. My mum would be like, stop calling it a house and estate because that has different connotations in the UK. But it was a nice one. Like, I really liked where we grew up. I never felt like unsafe, and there were so many like kids of my age that lived there that there was always like people to play with. Like I said, all my cousins lived near me as well. So I have really happy memories there. Why did we have windows? We did have windows in our door. Okay, let's go for that one for now. Did it have white windows or brown windows? I'm gonna have to go on Google Maps. This is crazy. I thought I had a perfect imprint of it in my head. They were brown. And I've totally forgotten about the downstairs bathroom. You get garage doors on The Sims? You can, okay. Oh, the garage should be brown though. Ah, the garage is meant to be brown, but I can't change the color of it, which is very annoying. Okay, I'm getting there. It's getting there. I'm trying to stick to like, you know, using the same windows for like all of the house so it looks like right. And then it was like bricky, peaky brick. I always feel like you don't really get a lot of brick houses in The Sims, but a lot of houses in the UK are this brick. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, we had a conservatory as well. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Okay, now we're talking. Conservatories were all the rage, apparently, at one point. Although they're also kind of stupid because they get really hot in the summer and you don't want to go in them because they're so hot. But then in the winter, they're really cold. This ain't gonna work, is it? It's because it had like a half wall bit at the bottom. Okay, you're just gonna have to pretend with that. Pretend it looks right, okay? And then, oh my gosh, so going into the conservatory, we had glass doors. And I am not kidding. Because my mum's a neat freak as well. The number of people that ran into the door and just like, and like absolutely nearly knocked themselves out. Dane's friends did it. I'm pretty sure Dane did it. My grandma Bridie did it. Like everybody wanted to run into that poor door because my mum had to have it like literally see-through. It was so clean. My mum is such a neat freak. You are, mum. Don't even pretend you're not. Yeah, I think the bones of the house are right, mostly. The kitchen might be a bit big, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, roof. You need a roof on your house, Claire. So I'd forgotten that above my parents' window is actually a little thing. So I'm gonna have to try and make one of those as well. I was really jealous of my parents' room because they had fitted wardrobes. Everything just looked neater. Okay, I'm trying to do the roof where that little bit shows. It's not really working the way that I would like it to. That's as close as I'm gonna be able to do it. Because like these bits joined onto those bits, but I don't think I can do that. I might just have to deal with it. And the roof came like there as well. So this is kind of the way that the house looked. So this was my bedroom and you could climb out of my bedroom like directly onto the roof, which I didn't really do. I didn't take full advantage of, I have to say. However, you know how I was never allowed a cat? I did bring a cat into my room called Oscar, a ginger cat. And then if my parents would come in, I'd put him here. And then when they go, I'd put him back in again. Which is kind of messed up and cruel to the cat when I think about it. But I was a kid. I didn't really think about it. That was the problem. Should have just got me a cat, shouldn't you, Mom? And Dad. Don't think you're getting away with it either. I'm trying to find like a stick I can put above that window because it's really annoying me that it's not like that. Oh, there we go. And then this was actually a little fire alarm, but I guess that's the closest you can do. Okay, that actually looks really similar. It really is annoying me that I can't make that brown, but what can you do? This is pretty good. This is looking so cute. I'm actually getting really hyped. Actually makes me like kind of low-key emotional, like doing my childhood home. Okay, Sheldon. I'll do the back garden after, but I kind of want to move on to inside now. Although, have I got the color of the roof right? Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. Oh, chimney. Didn't look like any of these. That's probably the closest. It was nowhere near as big as that though. It's totally the wrong size. Just pretend that was like miles smaller. Okay, let's get inside. Let's get inside. I really want to get to my room, but I will be sensible. I'll do all the rooms, but I'll start downstairs. Downstairs toilet, Dane's room, bathroom, spare room / Nintendo 64 room, my room, and parents' room. Wait, Dane's room didn't go like that. There was an airing cupboard. All the doors in this house look really close together. It didn't feel like that at the time, okay? And in fact, there was a little banister here. Speaking of banisters, my dad built all the banisters for this staircase. And because my mum, like, my family, my dad's side would joke that my mum made him build the banister. So they called it banister, which is like my favorite story and my mum hates it, but I think it's funny. So there you go, banister. There is your banister. Okay, and now there was a time when this living room was very blue. However, mum, I'll do you a solid and I won't do the blue living room. Living room was not this long, which makes me think this must have come forward one. But I'll do it like how I remember it when we left. Ooh, we had a little fireplace as well. I know, because I'm so obsessed with being warm. I would just lie in front of this fireplace the whole time. I would literally just lie on the floor there with a pillow, and that would be where I would hang out because I'm a cold freak. Also a blind freak, and the TV's there and I needed to be close to it because I like to deny the fact that I needed glasses for a very long time. We had a rug on the floor. I remember because me and Dane... Oh, Dan, I'm sorry, I'm just outing you now. We used to pretend we was lions and fight on it. Lion fights. Oh man, my family do not want me making this video. I'm just embarrassing them all. And then let's paint the walls. Good old magnolia. My mum's a bit like me when it comes to color. We're afraid of it. It's not for us. Why was mine yellow? My room was really yellow, which, oh gosh, I've got headaches just thinking about it. Why'd you do that, mum? I'm sure we had pictures above this. Jeez, this is so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Get some carpet down. I think we had the same carpet everywhere as well. Just saves money, doesn't it? It just makes sense. Mum and Dad's bathroom. Okay, I've had to do some serious moving around in order to get their bathroom in, but there we go. Mum loves pillows, loves a good pillow. Plus, this is actually meant to be one chair, so I'm trying to use the pillows to like disguise the fact that it's actually two. And I cannot remember what else was in this room, which is just so sad. I've just totally forgotten. Do we have art on the wall? Oh wait, there was a table here with a phone on it, like an old school phone. My mum would always ring all her sisters on this phone and sit on the sofa. If you came in to ask her something, she'd be like, ow! And I remember once coming home from school, lying on the sofa and watching like an animal show because I felt really sick and needed to be sick, and I got to here and then I just puked Cocoa Pops all over the floor. And I'm pretty sure there was a stain there until we moved. I feel like she must have put some pictures up. And then I think my mum liked torturing herself because I'm pretty sure we had a glass table. How hard must that have been to keep clean, Mum? Why did you have a glass table? There's no seats that really look the same, which is annoying. I'm obsessively trying to get it just the same. And I can't because this is all like, I feel like the furniture in Sims, and if you're a UK or like European Sims player, let me know if you agree. The furniture in The Sims is really American. And like, it doesn't look, at least to me, anything like furniture does in the UK. It's such American vibes. So I always feel like I can't get what I want without CC. Okay, kitchen. There's a picture online of me and Dane in this kitchen with our little Leeds United tops on, that you guys might remember. I kind of feel maybe it did that because the Under the Stairs was there. Because the Under the Stairs actually came out one more, but I just can't do it. I can't do what I need to do for that. My mum and dad can't remember. I'm gonna send them a picture and see if they recognize it so far. I know what she's gonna say. I'm gonna send her this and she's gonna say the garage was brown. I know the garage was brown, Mum, but I can't do a brown garage in The Sims. Oh, I'm trying to work out the way to do this because I can't do half walls. I can't do what I need to do. I could literally put anything down. You guys have never been in my childhood home. I could just lie, but apparently I literally physically can't do that. I have to like, this is not right, guys. Please forgive me. I think we're gonna have to get rid of the cupboard under the stairs. We're gonna have to get rid of the Harry Potter reference. Okay. Oh, I've just remembered there's meant to be a big old window there. My parents are gonna love this. I actually love this so much. Oh, and I bet it doesn't have a top one that goes with it. Why don't they make a top one for everyone? Like, oh wait, they do. They're moaning. This is kind of low-key making me want to do a bit of a cry though, I'm not gonna lie. All of like our pens and pencils and stuff, and we started these. So I used to get like all of our drawing stuff out from here and then like draw on this table. Not on the table, although Dane did draw all over one of the walls upstairs. Dane, I've not forgotten that. I would staple pieces of paper together and like write Pokemon stories and illustrate them on this table. Because I was so freaking cute. I remember once this door was open and I was getting something from the car and I ran in and then I got it and I came back out and smacked my head on that and I went straight onto the floor. Very, very serious, tragic accident. It wasn't. It's just I had a stupid bruise on my head. Do you recognize this house?
Is it your old house?
Yeah.
This is cool because I have never seen the inside of that, so it'd be cool to know what it looks like.
What colour do you think the inside was based on my mum's decorating pattern?
White, cream.
Yeah, beige. Beige, beige, beige. Little Lexi, little baby, look at little feet is kicking. Microwave. We had a microwave on here. All the better to do our hot Cocoa Pops. Ali loves hot cereals. Don't you, Baba? Where's the little wash thing at the side that you stack your dishes in? There we go. Yeah, we had one of these. And the little recycling bin was under there. We've always recycled. I'd just like to put that out there. We've always been very recycly. Mum says, do your room pink. Mum, I've never had a pink room. At one point, Dane had lime green. Yeah, he did. I remember that. Now, this would have actually all been in here because my mum would have died before she'd allowed stuff out on the counters. I'm just showing my mum stuff as I go along because it's like nostalgic and cute and I think she'll like it. Oh man. I have such strong memories of my mum cooking pancakes there on Pancake Day. She's so good at flipping them as well. Okay, kitchen done. Dining room done. She must have put a picture. No, you know what it'd have been? It'd have been another mirror. Of course it'd have been another mirror. She says, wow, you've got it spot on. No, the mirror was on this side. When I had my hamster Cherry, she used to be in this room in the corner. Yeah, should I get the hamster? If I do that, like, oh my gosh, get it a little bit bigger like that. Hamster cage. This is just a garage. It's kind of boring. It would have obviously just had a car in it. So let's go upstairs. Okay, I'm gonna start with my bedroom. So. I had one of these, like, you know, the Japanese lights from IKEA that are like paper and you can put your finger through it if you're not careful. Was it yellow? I think it was yellow. Dane said his room was blue and white. I think mine was yellow though, I'm afraid. So Dane's would have been blue. Oh yeah, this is ringing bells, but more white everywhere else. Dane is like, you need to do this. You need to put this wardrobe in. There was 3 of this size and 1 of this size. So with 3 single wardrobes and then 2 units above his bed on the, oh, he's making me be really exact. I might do his wardrobe as like kitchen counters. I know that sounds really weird, but I get what he's trying to say. So I figured if I put these in, I can put then the 2 above his bed like that. Oh my gosh, fun story. We put Dane in one of these because he fit in. And then Dane had a single bed. I had a double. It's because I'm the favorite child, Dane. Dane's getting a nostalgia trip now. And then he had a little desk here. They've got like the thick old school PCs, yeah. It's 13 years ago, you know? Did he have a bookcase? There's no way my dad would have put a Billy bookcase in there. He would not have missed that opportunity. Do you know what a Billy bookcase is? It's the cheapest bookcase in IKEA. My dad loves them for some reason. Okay, and they're gonna try and find like a football poster. Cause my brother, sadly, is a huge fan of Leeds United. Dan says you've got a good memory. His room had Leeds United wallpaper and Leeds United, you know, like when you put the wallpaper and you'd have like a different colour at the top, one at the bottom, and then a border. He had that, but for Leeds United. Dane's like, don't forget the Leeds United wallpaper. Dane, how am I supposed to put Leeds United wallpaper on? Okay, be serious now. It kind of looked like that. It kind of looked like that. Oh my gosh. Let me see what he thinks of this. He didn't have a Batman poster, but I'm just trying to like show that it was like a little boy's room, you know? And then the hallway, there's not much you could do. It's just a hallway, right? Dane says I need to put more football in his room. I'm just gonna type in football and put everything football related up. Oh, he said there was a shelf above his desk with a TV on it. Backseat designers here. Okay, on to the most important room, Dane. Now yours is done. Moving on to mine. Okay, so I also had a PC in my room where obviously we play some Sims. My PC was better than Dane's, but I was older, 3 years older than him, so that means you get the best stuff. And I had a lot of pictures and like posters and stuff all over here. Not cool stuff like that though. Stuff like My Chemical Romance posters, animes stuff, Sims Forever. Probs would have had that if I'd have actually had that poster. Skyrim wasn't even out then. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm suddenly wearing new clothes, it's because I broke off for dinner. It was already like 9:30, so I was like, I'll finish this off tomorrow. So I'm back to finish off tomorrow. Back into my little bedroom. And this has just reminded me, I actually had a little shelf under my window. Fun story, I had this like, you know those like porcelain dolls like that are made of porcelain, I guess. I had one of those and it used to go on the shelf underneath my window. And I also had like a radiator below my window and the doll fell off this onto the radiator and it hit its face and then its face just came off. So it was like a doll but with no face, and I definitely thought it was gonna come kill me in my sleep. So I'm gonna put this creepy doll there. It didn't look like this. I mean, that is horrifying in its own way. It was more like, you know, those Victorian dolls with like long ginger curly locks I remember it had, and it terrified me. But I was a weird kid. I thought that if I didn't say goodnight to all my teddies, they'd come murder me in my sleep. So Ali has since told me that it's strange behavior. Okay, this is really over glamorizing my wardrobes. They weren't all cute and rustic like this. This is the only thing I can find that's a similar shape. And then I had a double bed. The reason I had a double bed is because I used to come into my room and there'd be a bunk bed here and then my bookcase would be here. And then one night we watched Peter Pan and then I went and slept in my bunk bed and I was like, Dad, can you read me a book? And he was on the bunk bed with me and he was like, yeah, go get it. And then I just jumped off the bed because I thought I'd be able to fly to get my books. But that did not work, obviously, for obvious reasons. Mainly the reason is that I cannot fly. So instead I just fell all the way down, broke my wrist, and then my parents didn't take me to hospital that night. Instead, they took me to hospital the next day and just gave me Calpol that night to make me go to sleep. Yes, Mum, I'm bringing up that story. You know how much I love that story, but I feel like you need calling out on that for a very long time yet to come, so get used to it. Oh my gosh, I once got sleep paralysis here, so I was just like lying in bed, just like as you do. And then I had sleep paralysis and kind of thought that there was somebody stood at the side of my bed, like a little girl. I'm pretty sure it was after I watched The Ring, just like staring over at me. And then I had a TV here as well. And definitely after The Ring, I had to like cover the TV with a sheet and not switch it on for months because I thought the girl from The Ring was gonna come out and kill me. In fact, it looked just like Dane's TV. Mine was like on a little shelf attached to my wardrobe like this. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. It's starting to look like my room. This is like a weird amalgamation of like my actual kids, like my room when I was younger and my room when I was older. But it's also because I can't really separate them very well in my head anymore because it's been so long. And I had a bear that was always like under here. And it was actually a really big bear, but I like squished it under. I got it for Christmas one year. So I'm just gonna like put it underneath there. And then good old Billy bookcase is back here because like I said, my dad loved a good Billy. And then I had a weird mirror here that was like lime green and all zigzaggy. I'm not gonna be able to get that, am I? If I can get a lime green zigzaggy mirror, then I need to stop throwing shade at this game. Oh, you know what? Wow, okay. It wasn't too far off this. That is actually the scary thing. And that's why I used to do my makeup pro into school on a morning. And then I actually had a globe just like this, apart from it lit up, and I would have to have that on every night because I was scared of the dark. And then I had my CD player on top where I used to like listen to Radio 1 and then like wait for a song to come on. Like if a Killers song came on, I'd rush and get like a tape out of here, put it in my stereo and start recording it and get the song and try and stop it before the radio came back on again. And then I'd have a tape of like all the songs that I liked that I'd have to like rip from the radio. Or if a friend had an album, you'd put the album in there, like the CD and then the tape in, and you'd like copy it onto the tape because I don't know, like that was just the way we used to do things. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's my room. I feel like there was stuff here. Maybe I had posters and stuff here as well. Like just stuff I'd drawn, bands I was in, like things that I'd found in like a magazine. I knew a CD player did move to here. Wait, then my desk moved to here as well. Oh my gosh, when I did my GCSEs, my desk was here. But this is where I remember it because my hamster once got stuck under there. And I tried to like get it out by like, I grabbed its foot as it walked by and then it turned around and bit me so hard and I totally deserve that. I had a scar on my thumb for that for so long. That was little Cherry, my little baby hamster, such a baby. Yeah, these two swapped around later in life, but this is kind of the way I remember things, so that is how I'm gonna keep stuff for now. And then the N64 room. Literally, me and my brother would sit in here, and my cousin Jenny a lot actually, and just play N64 all freaking day. Mario Kart and GoldenEye and World Is Not Enough, and oh my gosh. Me and my brother like loved the James Bond games. You probably still hear me reference them in videos because they were our childhood, like in a really big way. Like this is before Call of Duty. Like I'd say that the go-to shooting game, mind you, Call of Duty probably was out then, but not on N64 actually. The go-to shooters were always the James Bond games. They were always the best games. This was also where when my grandma used to come over, she used to sleep in this room. She used to moan about this bed. I remember that. My mum's probably like, yes, I do too. And again, I'm gonna use the kitchen counters, not because the bedroom was decorated with kitchen counters, but just because you can use those double ones to kind of make it look like a wardrobe. That kind of looks like a fitted wardrobe to me. Oh my gosh, yes, this is the TV. Imagine this, but it was actually even deeper. And you had to like use this little roller to get the static to go away. Oh my gosh. And we used to just sit here until we got like numb buns. No wonder my coccyx is just a mess now. I don't have an N64 as CC. If anyone has that as CC, please let me know because that is like the coolest thing ever. So I'll just put this here instead. And of course, a nice Roman blind. Okay, Nintendo room, bathroom. Trying to zip through it because I feel like this is obviously way more interesting and nostalgic to me than it might be to you guys. Got fond memories of staring in this mirror for hours, popping spots, and then going in here and getting, what's the garbage? Oxy pads and like Clearasil. Don't use any of that trash. It does nothing good for your skin. It makes your skin very unhappy actually. Okay, bathroom. My parents' room. Like I said, there was an air impress there, but it just has the water tank in it. Not that interesting. Okay, so they had the fitted wardrobes I was dead jealous of. And this again like isn't working because you can't get by there, but it's because this should be like half a square in to like here. But obviously I'd have to go like a full square in, which doesn't really work. Man, they let you move like windows over half now. I wish they let you do half walls. That would be so much better. I'm just gonna try like this for now. And honestly, the fact that I figured out you can do fitted wardrobes with the top part of the kitchen cabinets is actually just blowing my mind right now. Oh my gosh, look at that. I've built the whole thing with kitchen counters. This was their wardrobes. This is crazy to me. I know the pots are a bit weird, so just ignore that because that's like, I can't change that. But I don't know if I've just discovered something or if this is like a known thing. Probably is a known thing, let's face it. But my mind is blown right now because this is exactly what it looked like. Oh, no, mum's makeup stuff. Do you remember going through like your mum's makeup when you were a kid? Honestly, as well, I'm putting clutter that wasn't there because like my mum is so ridiculously like neat freak that none of this clutter even exists. I mean, this is fine. This is an ornament. She loves her sticks. But yeah, my mum runs a tight ship, okay? Very tight ship. And I think that's the whole house done. I really do think it is. 13 years, gang. It's a long time ago, but I think that's all of the rooms. It is. All of the rooms in the house done. Ooh, downstairs toilet. I mean, this toilet was miniature. And obviously it's not gonna fit, but for the purpose of this video, I'll just stick that and a little toilet in there. Okay, I was kind of looking forward to doing this, like the outside back door. My mum said when we were in school, this is how close we were to school. She used to go into this room and she could look out this window and see us in the playground of the school over there. So like she'd see us come running around and like go by again and run round again because like we were in primary school, so we'd have been little kids and like she could see us from there, which I think is pretty cool. These conifers, obviously my dad's pride and joy, loves a good conifer. He got loads of conifers in his new house now. My dad just loves conifers. He also always plants these orange flowers that my mum hates. I don't think they've even got them in this game. It's them. Mum, do you recognize these? The lion plants. I'm gonna put some flowers in because my grandma would always make us plant them. Actually, there won't have been a conifer here because this is where we used to call over. And now that I think about it, there was like a concrete step here that I always like just thought, oh, my dad must not have been able to, it must have just been there. So my dad must have just left it there. But now I realize he actually probably put it there so that we could climb up and peek over the fence to talk to my grandma, which never actually clicked until now. And I feel emotional. Oh, wait, washing line. So ours wasn't fixed like this. It would just tie from like here to here and you just roll it along. But I also really remember having a tent when we were kids and a paddling pool here as well. So I think that's it. I think that's the whole thing that I can remember. I'm not putting a sky dish on because we were never allowed a sky, so we never had it. This is my childhood home. There would have been another house right here and there was a bungalow like right here. So it wasn't isolated on its own. This has actually been such like an emotional nostalgia build, which I wasn't really expecting. I just thought it would make a cool video. And if you guys were interested in where I grew up, then you'd be able to see it. But yeah, this is my childhood home. This is the garage that my dad opened to be like, stop playing on Nintendo, go play outside. I've put your bikes out. We obviously did not go outside and then the bikes got nicked. So good memories there. So you had a hallway into a little downstairs bathroom where I used to sometimes hide and play on my Game Boy if I didn't want to put the shopping away. And then there would have been under the stairs there, but obviously you can't have it in this. We've got our living room here and our dining room. The glass doors that everybody liked to smash into. Cherry moved there. She moved from my bedroom downstairs because the wheel was too loud. Into our little conservatory. Into our garden. It used to have those little dorians open. It was actually a double door, but I couldn't find anything similar enough. Into our little conservatory where we go and yell, Grandma, Nanny, Nanny. And then into our kitchen. A little cute kitchen here as well. And then upstairs. Into the hallway where I laid like a spook in the nighttime. Into my bedroom with that really weird mirror and the rest of the crack that I had in there with, oh wow, that little TV's gone floating away. It's meant to be attached to there, ignore that. Into the Nintendo room where we played all of GoldenEye for like 12 hours a day. Bathroom, and then into young Dane's room. They look pink, but they're not, it's the lighting. Dane wanted me to let you know that he had Leeds United paper. I think I already mentioned that, but yeah, it was a Leeds United themed room. And then that was just where the boiler was, and into my parents' room as well. So I think the people that probably get the most out of this will actually be my family if they watch this video. But yeah, really happy, nice memories. I actually think after we moved that house, another family bought it, and my parents were like, oh, it's really nice that family bought it. I think she was pregnant. And then I think we saw her throwing all the clothes out the window when we drove past to see my grandma once. So unfortunately, I don't think it was as a happy family home after we were there, but it was definitely a happy family home while we were there. And yeah, this is my childhood home. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big cheeky thumbs up. If you have any more fun build challenges, let me know in the comments below, and I shall see you guys in another video. Bye!